Stories. The List. Watch on BBC iPlayer.
Hello there, I'm Ben Brown and you are watching The Context here on BBC News.
I could see my father under the rubble, but I couldn't extract him at first because he was under 2 columns of cement and the ceiling would have collapsed. He decomposed in front of my eyes.
Both sides are victims of their mistakes, of the mistakes of the others, and the price that we are paying is very, very high.
Had this happened in the United States of America, you would be talking about 20 million people proportionally who have been killed or injured in less than 10 months.
Well, we'll have the latest from the Middle East in the next few minutes, including those talks that are now underway in Doha, aimed at achieving a ceasefire to stop the fighting in Gaza. But first, a look at some of the other news and the other top stories today. And 5 people have been charged in connection with the death of the actor Matthew Perry, who was best known for his role in the sitcom Friends. The 54-year-old was found dead in a hot tub at his home in Los Angeles last October after taking the drug ketamine. Sweden has confirmed the first case of the more serious strain of Mpox outside Africa. The World Health Organization has declared Mpox, which used to be called monkeypox, a global public health emergency for the second time in 2 years after an outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Ukraine says it will set up an administrative office in the Russian region of Kursk, where it's pressing ahead with its surprise military offensive. Ukraine says its forces have now advanced further into Russian territory. The number of students getting the top grade A-levels across England, Wales and Northern Ireland has risen for the first time since 2021. Overall this year, 28% of all grades were marked A star or A, but there were variations in the figures depending on where the students lived. And Taylor Swift and London are getting back together for the first of 5 further dates at Wembley Stadium. The concert's underway right now with thousands of people in the venue in all their glittery get-up enjoying the show. The coming hours and days could define the future of the Middle East. Those were the words today of the British Foreign Secretary David Lammy as peace talks began in Qatar aimed at securing the ceasefire in Gaza that has thus far proved so elusive. Well, the White House said negotiations in Qatar had got off to what it called a promising start. But it also warned that it does not expect a deal between Israel and Hamas immediately. The negotiations are focused on implementing peace proposals first set out by the US President Joe Biden. That was back in May. Well, they come on the day that Gaza passed a terrible milestone. 40,000 killed, according to the Hamas-run health ministry, since Israel launched its campaign to destroy Hamas in the wake of the 7th of October attacks. Israel claimed today that 17,000 of those 40,000 dead are in fact Palestinian militants. We have no way of independently verifying either claim. Our chief international correspondent, Lise Doucette, has been here in the studio examining the obstacles in the latest round of ceasefire talks.
Both sides blame the other. I think Prime Minister Netanyahu has made it clear time and again that the war will not come to a final end until there is a complete, in his words, total victory over Hamas.